Hello and welcome to another daily devotion from Hope Lutheran Church. Today we are taking a look at Genesis. We're continuing in the book of Genesis, taking a look at Genesis chapter 24, picking it up at verse 29. Rebekah had a brother whose name was Laban. Laban ran out toward the man to the spring. As soon as he saw the ring and the bracelets on his sister's arms, and heard the words of Rebekah his sister, "Thus the man spoke to me," he went to the man, and behold, he was standing by the camels at the spring. He said, "Come in, O blessed of the Lord. Why do you stand outside? For I have prepared the house and a place for the camels." So the man came to the house and unharnessed the camels and gave straw and fodder to the camels, and there was water to wash his feet and the feet of the men who were with him. Then the food was set before him to eat. But he said, "I will not eat until I have said what I have to say." He said, "Speak on." So he said, "I am Abraham's servant. The Lord has greatly blessed my master, and he has become great. He has given him flocks and herds, silver and gold, male servants and female servants, camels and donkeys. And Sarah, my master's wife, bore a son to my master when she was old, and to him he has given all that he has. My master made me swear, saying, 'You shall not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites in whose land I dwell, but you shall go to my father's house and to my clan and take a wife for my son.' I said to my master, 'Perhaps the woman will not follow me.' But he said to me, 'The Lord before whom I have walked will send his angel with you and prosper your way. You shall take a wife for my son and my clan and from my father's house. Then you will be free from my oath when you come to my clan. Then you will be free from my oath. Then you will be free from my oath when you come to my clan, and if they will not give her to you, you will be free from my oath. I came today to the spring and said, O Lord, the God of my master Abraham, if now you are prospering the way that I go, behold, I am standing by the spring of water. Let the virgin who comes out to draw water, to whom I shall say, Please give me a little water from your jar to drink, and who will say to me, Drink, I will draw water for your camel also. Let her be the woman whom the Lord has appointed for my master's son." Before I had finished speaking, in my heart, behold, Rebekah came out with her water jar on her shoulder, and she went down to the spring and drew water. I said to her, "Please let me drink." She quickly let down her jar from her shoulder and said, "Drink, and I will give your camels drink also." So I drank, and she gave the camels drink also. Then I said to her, "Whose daughter are you?" She said, "The daughter of Bethuel, Nahor's son, whom Milcah bore to him." So I put the ring on her nose and the bracelets on her arms. Then I bowed my head and worshipped the Lord and blessed the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, who led me by the right way to make the daughter of my master's kinsman his son. Now then, if you are going to show steadfast love and faithfulness to my master, tell me, and if not, tell me that I may turn to the right hand or to the left. I find it really interesting that Scripture takes the time and the space to recount all of these things. We already heard about how Abraham sent this servant to go and find a wife for Isaac. We already heard how uh, God had blessed Abraham and made him wealthy and given him this son, Isaac, in a miraculous way. We've already heard how the servant went and the servant prayed, and God directed things according to this prayer. We already know all of this. So why does it recount it? Why waste that space? Why waste that time? Why use precious resources? Remember, writing this down initially would have been very, very costly. So why make the effort to recount all of this? Well, I think because what the author here of Genesis is doing is he is recounting the Lord's faithfulness. The Lord had promised Abraham he would be wealthy. Had promised Abraham he would have a son. The Lord heard the prayer and answered the prayer of the servant. The Lord and his faithfulness are recounted and are on full display as this whole thing is recounted one more time. And I think it's also kind of a fun way to think about this is here's this servant who heard about all these promises and now has seen them come true one after another, has seen the faithfulness of the Lord. And so it's kind of fun because he gets the chance to now share that good news, to share, here's how faithful the Lord has been. And we can do the same thing. We know how the Lord has blessed us, how the Lord has been faithful to us, how the Lord can be counted on again and again and again. And so we can share our own stories of the Lord's faithfulness. We can remember in times in which we feel uncertain how the Lord was faithful in previous times. And that helps remind us that we can always trust the Lord. We can always rely on Him. The Lord is faithful. As He has been faithful to His people in the past, He will be faithful to us today. I hope you have a great day, and we will continue again tomorrow in the book of Genesis as we continue on with this narrative of the servant going and finding a wife for Isaac. And then next time we're going to hear about Rebekah going back with the servant and meeting her husband for the very first time. I look forward to being with you again then.